Before mountains were named, before nations rose and fell, before time was counted by years and calendars, there was already a story unfolding. A story written not with ink, but with decree. A story carried through light and darkness, obedience and rebellion, mercy and warning. A story that did not begin on earth, yet was always meant for the human heart. The history of Islam is not merely a sequence of events. It is the journey of truth itself, moving through creation, calling humanity back to its original purpose. If you feel a weight in these words, it is because this kind of narration takes time, patience, and emotional effort to shape. Every line is written with care, reflection, and responsibility, knowing that these meanings are heavy and sacred. If you choose to stay connected and support this effort, it allows such work to continue with sincerity and depth. Your presence gives this labor its meaning. Long before the first human opened his eyes, God created the heavens and the earth with order and wisdom. Nothing was random. Every atom moved by command. When God created Adam, he did not create him as a mistake or an afterthought. Adam was honored, taught, and given knowledge. The angels were commanded to bow, not in worship, but in recognition of the divine wisdom placed within this new creation. Only one refused, driven by arrogance. From that moment, the struggle between truth and pride began, not as a myth, but as a reality that would echo through human history. Adam was placed in a state of peace, then sent to earth not as a punishment, but as part of a greater plan. From the first step on earth, God taught humanity how to return to him through repentance. This was the first lesson of Islam, that human beings will slip, but the door of mercy is never closed. As generations passed, humanity grew and spread. With time, people forgot. They replaced remembrance with desire and truth with imagination. God, in his mercy, did not abandon them. He sent prophets, one after another, each calling to the same core message: worship God alone, live with justice. Remember the final return. Noah stood among his people for centuries, calling gently, warning patiently. He was mocked, ignored, and rejected, yet he did not stop. When the flood came, it was not sudden rage, but the final line after endless mercy. The water washed away corruption, but belief survived in the hearts that trusted God. Abraham emerged in a world drowning in idols. He broke them not just with his hands, but with reason and faith. He was thrown into fire, yet fire obeyed God more than men did. Abraham walked away unburned, carrying with him a legacy of surrender. His life was Islam in action, complete submission, even when commanded to sacrifice what he loved most. God replaced the sacrifice with mercy, teaching humanity that devotion is measured by intention, not blood. From Abraham came generations of prophets. Each one faced denial. Each one carried patience. Moses confronted tyranny with nothing but truth and trust. The sea opened not because of strength, but because of obedience. Jesus was born through a miracle, spoke with wisdom, healed by God's permission, and called people back to humility and worship of the one Creator. His message was peace, restraint, and devotion. Yet even his words were later altered by those who forgot the source. With every passing era, the original message became distorted. Scriptures were changed, meanings buried, and rituals emptied of spirit. Humanity stood in darkness again, knowing pieces of truth, but not its full light. Then came the final chapter, in the quiet deserts of Arabia, among a people known for memory but lost in meaning. God chose a man known for honesty. Muhammad was not raised among scholars or kings. He lived simply, observed deeply, and questioned the emptiness around him. When revelation came, it did not come gently. It came with weight. Words that shook his body, words that reshaped history. The Quran did not descend as a book, but as a living guidance, revealed over years, responding to pain, fear, hope, and struggle. It spoke of earlier prophets, correcting what had been changed, restoring what had been forgotten. It did not erase the past, it completed it. The message was clear. God is one. Life is a test. Justice matters. Mercy is vast. Arrogance destroys. Death is not the end. The early believers were few and weak. They were mocked, tortured, and isolated. Yet their hearts were firm. They prayed in secret, cried in silence, and trusted without seeing. Migration was forced upon them, leaving homes and families behind, proving that faith is not words, but sacrifice. In Medina, Islam took form as a living society, not built on race or wealth, but on accountability and compassion. The Prophet taught not only prayer, but how to forgive, how to restrain anger, how to treat the poor, the orphan, the enemy. Even in war, mercy was commanded. Even in victory, humility was required. When the Prophet stood in Mecca again, surrounded by those who once tried to kill him, he did not seek revenge. He chose forgiveness. In that moment, Islam was not just preached, it was embodied. After his passing, the message did not die. It spread across lands and cultures, not by force of belief, but by the strength of meaning. Wherever Islam went, it carried the Quran, prayer, charity, accountability, and remembrance of death. Civilizations rose around it, but Islam itself was never meant to be owned by power. Whenever power corrupted, reminders returned. Scholars, reformers, and quiet believers kept the essence alive. Throughout centuries, empires collapsed, borders changed, languages shifted, yet the core remained untouched. The same prayer, the same book, the same direction of the heart. The history of Islam is not frozen in the past. It is unfolding in every moment a soul turns back to God. It is alive, in repentance whispered at night, in tears unseen by anyone else, in restraint when no one is watching, in hope when the world feels heavy. This history does not end with dates or rulers. It ends with every individual standing alone, returning to the one who began it all. And when the noise of the world fades, what remains is not how loudly we lived, but how sincerely we surrendered.